So there was a 6-year-old boy who never spoke a word. And then one morning at breakfast, he announced the oatmeal is cold. His family was flabbergasted. They said, "Why have you been quiet so long?" He said, "Well, till now, everything's been okay." That's the way it is with me and you from the porch. Till now, things have been, if not okay, pretty good. In that regard, Nancy and I, not long ago, got back from a 3,000 plus mile road trip. Took us through 6 states. And I have some advice for everybody out there behind the steering wheel. Let's start with a biggie. Turn signals. Use them when you change lanes. It's too late to use them if you've already started turning. That's only going to confirm what I can see you doing. And by the way, when you're done changing lanes, turn the turn signal off. Don't get out in the right lane, the show-off lane, if you're not prepared to show off. Learn to gauge the speed of the traffic around you. Drive so you go with the flow. Just because the driver's seat of your car is past me when you're off to my right does not mean that the rest of your car is going to fit into that space you see in front of my car. When you cut somebody off like that, it's just plain rude. And they have to slow down to make space for your self-important butt, which causes everybody behind them to have to slam on the brakes. Another chance for a chain reaction crash if somebody behind them is not paying attention. Why I feel compelled to say this is astounding to me, but it's true. You need to hear it. Turn on your headlights and your taillights when it starts getting dark. And oh, by the way, if you have your wipers running, turn on the head and taillights. Makes you easier to see in the rain. Get off the ass of the car in front of you. If it's me, I'm already going as fast as traffic will allow. Tailgating me is not going to make me go any faster, but you will get to the scene of the crash a lot sooner if I have to slam on the brakes suddenly. Speed limits apparently are only a rough estimate of how fast you can really go, at least on interstates and restricted access highways. You should always go with the flow of traffic, though, ahead of you. Match your speed to theirs. And if you're slow, get over in that right lane. When I'm passing you, don't speed up or start keeping pace with me. You probably are not even aware that you're doing this, but a lot of you do it. I know, because I'm generally in cruise and keeping a constant speed. So if I'm passing, that means you were going slower than me. Don't try to turn it into a race, because I guarantee if I have highway ahead of me, you are going to lose. Keep moving when you're passing a crash scene or construction. Don't rubberneck. That causes you to slow down. The accordion effect on traffic behind you can stretch for miles. And oh, by the way, once you're past the construction of the crash, get back to highway speed quickly. It shouldn't take you 2 miles to do that. Here's another pet peeve. When somebody is stopped along the highway by a cop, there is no need for you to slow down unless you happen to be holding a severed human head out the window. Watch the traffic far ahead and behind you. Scan constantly. You should realize that in seconds, you're going to be way forward at that little space around your car at any given moment. The car closing on you from behind will be on you very quickly. Act accordingly. Use your cruise control when you're out on the open or restricted entry highway. Virtually every car has that feature these days, but it's obvious not many of you use it. Cruise control, you see, keeps you moving at a constant speed uphill and down and around curves. And by the way, it is not necessary to slow down on the curves on most interstates or other expressways. They're engineered for you to get around there safely. Why are some of you still slowing down? Another why. Why do they have to post signs to tell you not to text or use your handheld phone while you're driving? It's obviously distracting you from watching the road and the cars and trucks around you. Bet you didn't know this. A loaded semi at 65 miles an hour needs 600 feet get stopped, more than twice the distance your car needs. So when you pass a truck and you cut in front and then immediately slow down, you are once again raising the possibility that you're going to be squashed by a huge, hurtling hunk of metal. What's the bottom line here? Well, if you're seeing the inside of your colon instead of a highway in front of you while you're behind the wheel, get your head out of your butt and drive the damn car.